Hey, hello there again. This is Steve from Mac Daddy Model Hobby. I just wanted to do a few things, try something a little different again. I figured I started this, I've got about 4 or 5 videos out there, but I wanted to have this one be more about me a little bit, just to tell you about myself, about my life. Um, I started truck driving when I was like 16 years old, and I've driven just about everything there is. As I moved up, I did different things. I worked for Walmart, drove for them for a little while back in the 90s. That was a great job, really good job back then. Still is, I guess, but I got tired of living on the road. I lived in the truck all week, so I wanted to, change jobs. And a friend of mine worked for a company that I had left and got me back in there. It was a lot harder work. I picked up insurance claim wrecks for insurance, to auction off for the insurance companies. It was a good job, steady, tough work, outside, a lot of driving, cold, warm, didn't matter what it was. So that was interesting. Then I went from there, they sold out and I went to JB Hunt, drove for them. I live in New York State near Albany. Drove to Montreal every day, back and forth. I was home every night. It was a good job. Didn't pay a lot. I kind of took a downscale a little bit, but then I heard about this job with hazmat, delivering liquid nitrogen, liquid oxygen, and liquid argon for a company right near me. A friend of mine worked there, gave me a good recommendation, got the job, and that's where I finished my career. I drove for them for 11 years, hauling hazmat. It was a good job, paid really well, treated well. Worked a lot of weird hours, at the beginning you had to work your way up, nights, weekends. And when I left, I was working, morning hours to, I'd come in at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, have Friday and Saturdays off, had to work Sundays. But served me well. It was a good job, good company. So then I retired I retired in 2022. And I was looking for some kind of a hobby. Tried puzzles. My wife loves to do puzzles, so I tried that. That didn't work out so well. I couldn't get into that. So then I started doing Legos. Really enjoyed that. I just went up in a room and sat at a table and put my Legos together. I did some big ones. But the problem with that hobby is it's really expensive. So then I was looking for something not so expensive. So I watched some videos on YouTube and got into model hobbies. So I started out building, I think I did a plane, I did a ship. Then I did a helicopter. They were my first two, and they weren't so great. I enjoyed it, but I still have to work on my skills. So anyway, then I went to cars. I thought, maybe I'll do something that I had. So I had a 69 Nova when I was younger, so I did that. Still working on it. I also have a pickup truck, F-250 Ford pickup that I had when I was 17 with a plow, so I'm doing that. I just started that. Then I saw something about dioramas and something poked my interest. So I started one of those. So I'm still working on that. So I got like 3 things going on right now. I did buy a paint booth, a spray airbrush. I have 2 airbrushes. One's a trigger, one's to the button. I'm getting good and getting better at it. I like the way it puts paint on better than a brush. So I'm still learning. That's one thing about my channel. I am not an expert by no means. I don't have enough experience at it. But I'm learning from everyone else, and I'm hoping, I haven't seen it yet. I don't know what to get more people to watch, but I'm very interested in a couple guys that give a lot of good tips. I watch them all the time. So I use their tips, but I would really like for them to comment and, say something about me or encourage or tell me what I should do maybe. One thing I do find out is I'm really calm when I do these things. Even if sometimes it's frustrating working with very tiny parts. I just stay with it, and if I have to, I undo it and do it again. So my patience have gotten better, which is good. And I enjoy this. It's just, I come up in this room, this shop, and I'll be putting models together over here, and then over there I have my paint booth. I'll go over there and I'll paint something. So it's kind of nice to have a couple going at a time, because you can glue it, set it, and let it go, and then you go over to paint it, and you let it go, and you come back and work on something else. So I find it very relaxing, enjoyable, and I hope to keep it up. And so I started that model hobby to keep me busy. So as I was doing that and watching YouTube, I decided to try a YouTube channel. So now I've got two hobbies. So I'm getting better at it, hopefully, and I'm going to continue to work on this. I've got to buy some things and get some tips from some people maybe, but I'd really like people to, modelers and even YouTubers, to give me some pointers. Reach out, give me a comment, see if I'm doing okay, what I should change. I would really appreciate that. And I'm learning, and hopefully my channel will show people that, yeah, I'm not good at this, but I'll show you my projects as I go, and hopefully they get better, really good, like a really good paint job, or, I feel I'm getting better, and I'm learning from my own mistakes, but I also learn from watching YouTube videos. So anyway, this is kind of long, I guess, but anyway, shout out to David from DK Scale Auto Workshop, and Brian, who's the Colorado Auto Modeler. I mean, there's a million more, but these two guys have started just before I did, and they have the same fears, and it's kind of the same thing that I do. So please, I'd love to hear from these guys, and I'd love to hear from all that I watch. I'm just trying to get better at this, at both my modeling and my YouTubing, and I'd like to continue doing this. So anyway, from now, I'll talk to you all later. I'll do one of these again pretty soon. Maybe I'll show you more of what I'm working on, maybe something that I messed up and had to refix, or trying to figure out how to fix. But anyway, hopefully you're watching, hopefully you're giving me a thumbs up, and for sure, give me some pointers. All right, see ya.